Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to episode 187 of Nerdpod Generations. As always, I am one of your illustrious hosts, Steve Taylor, along with the always lovely Al Judson. Hello, sir.
Hello, friends and enemies.
I can tell the amount of food I ate has knocked my energy level down a little bit. Oh, no. As I'm trying to get the words out, I'm like, I can't push the words past the toast and all that I ate. Yeah, Daddy ate a lot of food tonight, folks, so I'm
you had some
slightly sluggish. I have a lot to say about our topics today, but I'm slightly sluggish.
Well, isn't it good that I'm going to kick off the show then?
Yeah, that is going to be good. It's going to be good.
Yeah, no, it's been a good week.
It has been a pretty good week.
It's been a busy week in this house, particularly. Yes. But, we're muddling through, and unfortunately, I'm very much in denial about it being April. I'm not happy about it, I don't like it, and I'm not here for it.
Yeah, it is a little shockingly sad that it's April already.
Watch for fake announcements next week.
Especially if you're big into, like, video games and stuff. Yeah. Do not look at IGN on Wednesday. Because they still got me. Do you remember back in the day, this was a long time ago, they did a Legend of Zelda live-action trailer?
Yes.
And it was actually good.
Yeah.
And I believed it, and then they're like, no.
Yeah.
It's just... But, like, it was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
But
I remember when that happened, and people were like, is this happening? That was one of the very first times I remember the conversation of, if you have a Legend of Zelda movie, does Link talk? To which I say, no.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. I'm curious to, like, we're not far away
it's
from this trailer.
Yeah.
Because it's coming next year, I believe.
I think so.
It won't be long for the trailer, and it won't be long for the trailer for the new Avengers movie, which I know is coming soon. I am not looking forward to that, but it's got to be. It's got to be soon.
I look at it, and it seems so much to me like a third bite at the Memberberry. Remember the end of the X-Men? Deadpool and Wolverine had like this big send-off at the end, and this big montage, and Logan and those movies had their moments in the sun of like, okay, it's over, we're all gonna mourn, and it's just like, it seems like it's gonna be another one of those. So we'll see. I have no reason to think it's gonna work.
I think all the cast that came back, like Chris Evans and Hemsworth and Robert Downey Jr., I'm going to steal that line from Deadpool and Wolverine where he looks at Hugh Jackman and says, they're going to work you till you're 100. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what they're going to do with these guys. Because they're like, listen, your post-career hasn't been great for any of you.
I think Chris Evans has done well.
It's been all right. I mean, it's been all right. He hasn't had like a major success.
He's had some swings and misses.
Yeah.
It's tough, right? Because you have like... Robert Downey Jr. has largely disappeared except for like Oscar bait.
Yeah, the Oppenheimer. Movies. That's the only one that
And then Chris Evans has been in some hot trash Apple movies.
Yep.
That Buzz Lightyear movie. But he also did Knives Out. He's done other... Well, Knives Out might have been before.
Yeah, I think it was right at the tail end.
Yeah. So, like, I get it.
Yeah.
Hemsworth just does trash, and then Pratt just does... hot.
I don't even think about Pratt anymore. He's dead to me.
Yeah, right.
I can't stand that.
I'm just angry that Nintendo didn't recast him.
I know.
The window was open. You could have taken it, and you didn't. It's like watching the Browns decide who's going to play quarterback. You're just like, oh, you guys.
I think that they just hit too much of a controversy with him that if they did replace him, which, folks, by the way, next Saturday I am going to see the Mario movie with the introduction of Fox McCloud being voiced by
Glenn Powell.
Glenn Powell is Fox McCloud. So
it is leading to some kind of Super Smash Brothers nonsense.
I think it will be, but I am interested. Like, next week we don't have a show because it's Easter.
Yeah.
But the week after, that will probably be my watch, play, read talking about the Mario movie.
I realized today, like, I don't think I'm going to see it in theaters. Unless we do it for the show, I do not think I'm going to see that in theaters.
Yeah.
I want to be excited, but the last one left me so bummed out. Mm-hmm. And it's that same problem you always have with the sequel where you're left being like, oh, I'm just supposed to forget about all of the feelings I had at the end of the last one and just move on. And it's a new one. No, I can't do it.
No, it's going to be interesting. So, folks, Nerdpod Generations 187. And we started with another tangent. You got to love it.
We're going to get out.
No, we're never going to get out.
No.
So, once again, if this is 187, that means 186 previous episodes of Pure Gold. So, please go to nerdpodgen.com. And on our main page, there is a link to the most recent episode. Then there are also links to Spotify, Apple Podcast, and YouTube, where Al has been uploading partial and full episodes of the show. So when you go to either Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or YouTube, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification button so you know whenever our next episode comes out. And we do like to start every show with what we've been watching, playing, reading. And Mr. Al is going to start with this one.
Yes. So I wanted to do 2 quick things, and then we have to make a quick trip to the trailer park.
Oh, my God.
But I wanted to start out by saying, after watching Reggie Dinkins, which continues to be a delight, I really like that show. They had a great episode this last week about he was a big-time football player at Rutgers. And so they, at one point, named the stadium after him. And so he had a bust outside of the stadium. And when he gets thrown out for gambling, they have to remove the bust. And so there becomes this whole controversy when his bust is broken over who did it. And it's a fun little whodunit.
Yeah.
You know, but it's this show, so it's very stupid and silly. They replace his face with Callista Flockhart because she's the next most famous. And they choose very specifically season 3 Ally McBeal Callista Flockhart.
Oh, jeez.
And it's just like, it's this show, but it's a funny little stupid.
Yeah.
Anyway, I like that show.
I still got to watch it. I can't wait to see that.
But because of that, and because we still have Peacock, I started watching 30 Rock again. That show is so strange.
It is, but it's
because
so
it's so
funny.
fucking funny.
It's so
But there
funny.
are so many moments where you're like, well, you can't do that joke anymore.
No.
You can't do that joke anymore. And then you have the whole Alec Baldwin of it where you're like, you watch it remembering how popular he was at the time.
Oh, yeah.
And then understanding everything that's happened since then.
Yeah.
And then understanding everything that he's done pseudo-politically for Lorne Michaels. And everything that I've come to find kind of frustrating about SNL in the current iteration. And it's just, you then play 30 Rock through all of those filters, and it's just like, this is still really funny, and I can't stop watching it because it's so fucking funny.
One of the funniest things I've ever seen, film or TV, is when she gets the laser eye surgery and when she cries, the water comes out her mouth. That to me, I still, when she's like starts opening her mouth and all this water, I'm dying every time I see it.
It seems like Jack Donaghy, Alec Baldwin, talking to Tracy Morgan about his dad.
Oh my God! And he does
this. It's one of the most hilarious scenes of any show.
It's so fucking funny.
It's so fucking funny.
Yeah.
And it's he does the upstairs neighbor, he does his mom, it's like the whole thing, and none of which you could do anymore. No. But it's so fucking funny.
Yeah.
And there are still like it's one of those things where politics is of course a big part of it. But the politics seem so quaint and cute by modern standards now, and you're just like, aw. Look at this, when these were the things, these were the jokes that we played. And
if you get a chance, on YouTube, somebody put a like collab together of all of the scenes that shows that Kenneth is immortal. And it's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I love Kenneth.
Because you watch it through and you're like, holy crap, like all these awesome scenes of him. Well, he's either immortal or there's like an immortal being. Well,
even by the end, they kind of hint that he is something of a different plane.
Yeah,
in some way, shape, or form.
That's so funny.
I just love that. Like that's such a great example of a person who I couldn't divide from the character for a long time.
Yes,
I was just like, so Jack McBrayer is Kenneth, like, in real life. That's just who he is. And I was like, well, no, not really. And then you see him in other things, and you're like, oh. I'm thinking Forgetting Sarah Marshall, where he's a newlywed.
Oh, yeah.
And they're trying to get sex advice from various people as the plot goes on. And you're just like, this is not Kenneth.
No.
But anyway, 30 Rock, really interesting to rewatch in the modern sense. But also, like, I really like it.
It's fucking funny.
And I'll never get over, like, because you have great episodes like when Steve Buscemi has to do his investigation. And he finds out that Alec Baldwin has been collecting cookie jars his entire life. And you're just like, this is so stupid and weird. Funny and dumb. Yes. But then they talk about Giuliani having to burn all of his wooden dolls. And you're like, and this means something new as well in the last, 8-10 years than it did when this came out in 2007.
It's nuts. I think it's older than that, too.
Yeah. I think it's early. It's early on.
Yeah,
it's early
it's
mid.
So great. It's so great.
And it's also wonderful because cell phones are still like the 9 button you have to click multiple times. I don't know what the actual name for that is, but Yeah, no, I love a show before cell phones.
Oh, it's so good.
So on the other end of the spectrum, with Project Hail Mary coming up, which I'm going to go and see with my parents sometime next week. So that'll be my watch, play, read when I come back. I watched The Martian. That's such a good movie. That's just a good top to bottom movie. I watched the extended edition finally, and it's just like it has so many like Sorkinisms to it at times, but at the same time it like plays out like such a great science fiction. The way that NASA is portrayed is very strange because it's like this government agency, but they also have to be very public because all their money is public, and so there's this weird push-pull about what they can and can't say. The whole thing with the astronauts on the ship coming back to Earth versus Mark Watney being left on the planet. And then you have Matt Damon just giving a really great performance.
He did a great job.
That's a great performance.
He did.
But like it's such a weirdly wonderful cast. Everybody in that movie is somebody. And if they aren't somebody now, they'll be somebody in about 3 years.
Yeah, because this was still Community Donald Glover. He hadn't done like Atlanta or anything
to the
yet.
point where when I remember watching this in 2015, which was towards the end of their run on Community, and thinking he's just doing Abed. He's just doing Abed, and I think that was where a lot of the cutscenes come from. Is Donald Glover stuff that comes back into the movie, and it's just more of him being Abed. But I love like how referential it is. I love that they have Sean Bean talking about the meeting at Elrond's, and like. One of the few movies where Sean Bean only dies in terms of his career. His career is over at the end of that movie, but he makes it out alive. Jeff Daniels doing that Jeff Daniels voice that also gives it that Aaron Sorkin vibe. One of the few times I've seen Kristen Wiig try and play a serious character where I didn't hate her.
Yeah, it's grating tough for me.
She's grating. She's definitely grating.
Yeah.
But I didn't hate her.
She's like, did you ever see the, what's the Yesterday, the one about the Beatles?
Yeah.
The Kate McKinnon part very much reminds me of the Kristen Wiig, where it's like, they're playing it kind of serious, but I really don't like them.
They're also the press secretary, which gives them the avenue to be obnoxious.
That's true.
And you're just like, okay, all right. Chiwetel Ejiofor shows up.
Oh, he's awesome.
He's great in it.
He's awesome.
Mackenzie Davis, who was a thing for a hot minute. I don't know if she's still a thing.
I don't think she is.
But Benedict Wong also shows up. Like, everybody and their cousin shows up in this. There's a guy who is on Ted Lasso that shows up as a kind of a jerk guy running a tech piece at one point. And it's just like that. It's one of those. It's become one of those movies where it always had recognizable faces, but now especially it has very recognizable faces. So
I didn't know the Ted Lasso part.
Yeah,
I've never watched that show. So.
I like it. It's an interesting show. It's one of those shows where it's really fun for a variety of reasons. So there's the outlandish nature of the sports part of it, where the idea that this guy can just go from coaching high school football to coaching Premier League football is hilariously stupid, but it works, and they make it work within the plot. Funny moments of everybody thinking Ted won't be able to do this thing, and then he pulls through in such a way that's amazing, and you love him for it because he's just such an earnest person. But then there's moments for like actual sports people where like at one point he just uses the Allen Iverson practice rant to dress down one of his players who won't practice.
Oh, really?
And it's just like, they don't mention it, but if you know sports, you know that's what it is.
Oh, you know that rant. Oh, absolutely.
And so it's just like, it's that kind of thing.
Okay.
Where there's weird couched things. The football stuff is actually really good. The actors are good enough that some of them are actually on football teams.
Oh, okay.
And so it's like, it's really interesting. For that.
Well, I always love Jason Sudeikis, so it's like one of those things that I need to find time to watch.
And I think you would love Coach Beard. Coach Beard is the guy that follows him around that actually helps him understand the difference between football and football.
Okay.
And he's the one that stays up on the transatlantic flight reading through all of the rules of English Premier League football so that he can be prepared. And then he also goes off and has sex with random people at various moments.
Nice.
So, Coach Beard is very your speed.
Yes, folks, because I love going off and having sex with random people.
No, I was thinking more
after I read football books.
In terms of the characters you like, in terms of the characters you gravitate towards.
I hear what you're saying.